And yes, those are right and lefts. These upper control arm bolts, they're actually knurled studs that knock into the frame, pull down tight. So make sure you put the nuts and the washers back on them just to capture them so you'll know which one goes where. I think all this stuff is fine thread, but I try to keep them back on the same spot they came off of. If you happen to burn one of them out of the knurl where it goes through the frame, you can use a grade 8 bolt to put it back. It's better if you can use fine threads, but you really need to tack weld the inside of that thing back into the frame from the inside, because if you don't, your alignment guy is going to be pissed trying to reach up underneath there, under that control arm, to hold the back side of the bolt while he puts shims and stuff back in it to tighten it. You don't have room to use a box end on there, so you have to hold it real hard. There you go. Ready?
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to let these dangle. I've got to do a little repair work on this one because the welded nuts broke out. I don't know if the other one will come out or not, but we're going to repair it. We're going to cut all the ball joint rivets out. We're going to knock all the control arm bushings out and replace all of them. And then we're going to go right back up on this thing. Now I'm going to do some repair work. I'm going to knock those bushings out, and you probably see some of the footages of them knocking them out. They're just, try to cave them in. The lower control arm has a 2-step bushing. The upper control arm just has a 1 single sleeve. If you're going to have to press them in with a press because you don't have those kind of tools, you should probably put a spacer piece of angle iron in between this so you don't collapse it. And you can cut you a sleeve or something between. If you see right here, you can cut a sleeve to fit between these so you don't crush this closed. There you go. We'll catch you in a minute. You'll notice I'm caving this shit in. Got light so we can see better, bub. Notice I'm kind of collapsing the ends of it. And I don't know if the camera will show it, but when I get behind this ledge, this side's already free. That side right there is still binding. Notice it's starting to open up right. Notice it's starting to open up right there. Lift your light a little bit right up above. Like that. See that shiny spot? See that opening up? Now I don't want to cut the flange off on the outside, so I need to work back and forth and it'll come right out of there. Now, there's a center sleeve in here. I need a can of Squirtum. That center sleeve will bind on the cross shaft. And you'll see what I'm talking about. See that one right there? I'm gonna get a little bit there, and I'm gonna try and slide a little bit up underneath all these places. I'm gonna let that soak a little bit more. I've been pre-soaking all this stuff, but it's coming out. See it work out? Now you see it sliding out of that? That's good. That means I can pop this one out. I'll collapse it in a couple of places around. And get behind it. See it starting to open up. All ran, baby. That's the shit dreams is made of. All right, now this ain't wanting to play nice, so I'm gonna get in behind it like this. See right there where it's starting to move? I need to catch that. Starting to move pretty good. And just like that, we're back in business. Look at that. Beautiful. Slip one on. We'll slip another one on. Now, I have to make sure that I clock this correctly to go back on there before I drive these things home. And that's how that goes. Big hammer, boy. And if you look, that right there is what happens when you get your thumb down here, around there, and you hit her with a hammer with that short socket. Ouch! And several other bad words. That one's on. And that one's home. Not too bad. Didn't spring it, none of that stuff. It's all seated up. It's the way we like it. That's the shit drain's made of. That's ready to go back on. See if we change this ball joint. This means cut these rivets off. Take your side ones and knock them in first. Just like that. Bingo! Now, if you don't have a zip gun, a good air chisel, you can grind those off and knock them out with a punch. It's a pain in the ass. It takes a lot of time. It's hard on your eyes and your t-shirts too, but you can be done. Now you know how to pull a ball joint out. The new ones bolt back in. They only fit one way. If you'll notice, they're trimmed out. They only fit one way. There's 2 bolts in the ends and 4 bolts in the top. You want to make sure that you put the bolts up through and out. Put the nuts on the outside. There you go. Come out. much easier to clean this stuff up. Depending on what bolts they sent, sometimes you have to take a drill and kind of ream the holes out a little bit to go to that size bolt, whatever it is. But it's not that big a deal. Now, I don't tighten the crap out of these right out of the gate on these control arm bushings. I just kind of get them started and run down. I might throw a little snug on it with an end wrench or something, but I don't just burn them down right out of the bat because it makes it easier to do that with your control arm, which is handy. 5/8. Ready?
Hold on.
You ready?
Yeah.
Next.
Ice.
You ready?
No, I'm not.
You ready now? You ready yet?
Yes.
Right now. Waiting on you.
Did it.
Next.
Alright, down a little. Do it like this.
There you go. Look at that. Ready to go. Notice I put that in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you hit this with the impact, it'll just rotate that right out of your way for you. Not so much this time. That means there's still some rubber left in there, even if it is crispy critters. Hook me up, boy.
On your zip gun or the impact?
On a zip gun.
Yeah.
Alright. Bert. Put your flat in there, flat chisel. Just start going around a cab and fit in. Got your foot on it. It's my. Give me some squirting, bub. Look at that. Wow. Look at that, makes it look easy.
Everything looks easy.
Yeah, we're gonna put a little squirtable stuff. Lots of squirtup, baby. I've been hosing this thing for a while now. And I want it to lay like that. That is lovely. And that'll make it. Grab a hold of that end, bud. Now, I don't usually have too much problem with these collapsing. If you put them in a press, they will, but when you're shocking them like this, they generally don't have too big a deal. Stand it up a little taller. There we go. Hit her again. Let's swap sides again. Let her dry from the other side. Up more. There you go. Let's look at it. They're just about there. It's almost there. Swap sides again. I want it flat in the socket, son. Right there. That is it. They're pretty well there now. We'll give her one more whack. Give her another whack right here, and we'll see if we can't seat it down just a little bit. That'll do it. Nothing wrong. Now we got to cut them off. form in the past, you have to get this upper plate off of here and then cut the rivets off again so you can knock them back through the control arm because they'll swell on both of them. That light above this, huh? Another. Look at that. Now there's a retainer ring underneath this on the old one. I don't remember if it comes in the new one or not, but seems like it's made just a little different. There you go. Clean it up. You might have to ream your holes with a drill bit a little bit, but that's what we're at. CTR, I'm out.